Every beginner looks for the perfect strategy, the one with the highest win rate, the most signals, the cleanest entry. That search is the mistake. The strategy beginners actually need is not complex, it is boring. And boring is what keeps accounts alive.
This video covers the exact strategy framework that works for new traders, not because it wins the most, but because it loses the least. Preserving capital while you learn is the only goal that matters in your first year of trading Forex.
The framework has 4 components. 1. A single currency pair. 2. A single session. 3. A single setup type. 4. A fixed position size. That is it. No diversification across 10 pairs. No trading around the clock. No multiple strategies running at once.
The reason for this simplicity is pattern recognition. You cannot learn to read a market you have never spent time with. Focusing on one pair for 3 to 6 months means you start to understand how it moves, its personality, its tendencies, the times of day it trends versus ranges.
The recommended starting pair for beginners is EUR-USD. It has the tightest spreads of any major pair, the highest liquidity, and the most written analysis available if you want to understand the fundamentals driving it. Start here.
The recommended starting session is the London-New York overlap. This runs from approximately 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. UTC. Volume is highest, moves are more directional, and the setups that form during this window tend to follow through more consistently than setups in off-peak hours.
The setup type for this framework is the pullback to structure. You identify a clear trend direction on the 4-hour chart. You drop to the 15-minute chart and wait for price to pull back to a previous support or resistance level. When price shows rejection at that level, a pin bar, an engulfing candle, a tight consolidation, you enter in the direction of the higher time frame trend.
Stop loss goes below the structure level for long trades, above it for short trades. Take profit is set at the next significant structure level in the direction of the trade. You do not move the stop. You do not close early. You let the trade play out.
Position sizing. Risk exactly 1% of your account per trade. On a $200 account, that is $2 per trade. This sounds small. It is small. It is supposed to be small. The goal in the first 6 months is not to make money. It is to develop a process that is executable without emotion.
When the process is consistent, when your journal shows you are following your rules on more than 90% of trades, when you have at least 50 documented trades, then you assess whether the strategy has a statistical edge and whether to scale.
What you do not need. Indicators. Moving averages, RSI, MACD, stochastics. None of these are required for this framework. Price and structure are sufficient. Indicators lag. Structure is where price has already shown its hand.
What you do not need: signals from a Telegram group, a paid course, or an algorithm. Signals teach you nothing. They make you dependent. The goal is to become a trader who can read a chart, not a trader who copies someone else reading a chart.
The strategy beginners actually need is one pair, one session, one setup, 1% risk per trade. Build the habit before you build the returns. What pair are you currently focused on? Drop it in the comments.
Subscribe and hit the bell. Every video on this channel is a documented build. The next one is already in motion.